Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. According to a report by the Canadian Press, Inuit Tapiriit Kanatami, ITK, the organization representing Inuit in Canada, has released a new poverty reduction strategy calling for the federal government's Nutrition North food subsidy program to be dismantled. ITK President Natan Obed stated that the program, which subsidizes northern retailers to lower grocery costs, is a scattershot approach that has failed to improve food security. The report highlights significant disparities in Inuit Nunangat, noting that the median income for Inuit is approximately $32,000 compared to $100,000 for non-Indigenous residents. ITK's newly introduced market basket measure estimates that a family of 4 in the region requires $74,000 annually for a basic standard of living, revealing that about 41% of families lived in poverty in 2023. To address these issues, the strategy proposes replacing Nutrition North with a transparent Inuit-led initiative. It also calls for needs-based guaranteed livable incomes, increased support for local food co-ops, educational reforms, including funding for the upcoming Inuit Nunangat University, and ensuring Inuit-owned businesses benefit from federal military procurement. According to a report by CTV News, the Bank of Canada has warned that a wave of mortgage renewals over the next year could place severe financial strain on some households. The central bank's financial stability report highlights that around 9% of borrowers in the Greater Toronto Area, GTA, and roughly 10% in the city itself could be unable to refinance their mortgages at renewal in 2027. Nationally, this figure stands at about 4%, but it could rise if property values continue to decline. The stress is particularly acute for GTA borrowers who took out mortgages in 2022, 2023 with high loan-to-income ratios. Over the next year, the last of the 5-year fixed mortgages from the pandemic era will renew, with borrowers facing payment increases of approximately 15%. However, mortgage experts interviewed by CTV News note that being unable to refinance or requalify does not automatically mean losing a home. In Canada, borrowers in good standing can almost always sign a simple renewal agreement with their current lender at prevailing rates without having to undergo a new credit check or income confirmation. According to a report by the Canadian Press, a multi-party delegation of Canadian members of Parliament is planning an official visit to Taiwan this coming fall. Liberal MP Judy Escrow, chair of the Canada-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Group, confirmed that Liberal and Conservative MPs intend to travel to the self-governing island during the week of October 11. This planned visit proceeds despite stern warnings from Beijing. Chinese ambassador to Canada, Wang Di, previously cautioned that any official engagement with Taiwan by Canadian parliamentarians is hurtful to bilateral relations. The tension is further highlighted by China's recent decision to ban 4 New Zealand MPs from entering the country for a year following their visit to Taiwan. While Canada officially adheres to a one-China policy, Escrow emphasized that the Parliamentary Friendship Group operates independently and does not require government approval. Foreign policy experts noted that continuing these democratic exchanges is vital for showing solidarity and demonstrating that Canada's international policies are decided independently. Escrow described Taiwan as a beacon of democratic principles and highlighted the strong economic and social ties between the two regions. According to a report by the Canadian Press, the annual 3-day Global Energy Show has kicked off in Calgary, bringing together political and corporate leaders from Canada and around the world. The event is expected to attract approximately 30,000 attendees, many of whom are from overseas. Day one of the conference features a keynote address by Federal Natural Resources Minister Tim Hodgson on Canada's path to becoming an energy superpower, followed by highly anticipated sessions with Alberta Premier Danielle Smith and British Columbia Energy Minister Adrian Dix. The trade show arrives during a period of heightened geopolitical tension as ongoing conflicts in the Middle East shake global energy markets, prompting the federal government to reinforce Canada's position as a stable and reliable energy exporter. Additionally, the event highlights regional dynamics, as Premier Smith continues to advocate for a new bitumen pipeline to the northwest coast. This project is strongly opposed by the British Columbia government, and Alberta aims to apply to the Federal Major Projects Office by July, despite having no private sector backing at this stage. According to CTV News, excitement is building in Toronto as fans, friends, and family gathered at the Harbourfront Centre on Monday for an official send-off celebration for Team Canada's men's soccer squad. The team is preparing for its highly anticipated World Cup opener against Bosnia and Herzegovina this Friday in Toronto. Goalkeeper Maxime Crépeau expressed his excitement about playing in a historic home World Cup, stating he cannot wait for the match to begin. This year's roster features a strong blend of experienced veterans from the 2022 World Cup in Qatar alongside talented younger players, making it arguably the most competitive men's Team Canada has ever put together. Defender Alistair Johnson hopes that the squad's performance will inspire the next generation of Canadian soccer players to dream big and foster the sport's growth across the nation. Canada has never won a match or advanced past the group stage in a men's World Cup, and they hope to make history starting this Friday. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.